more of a hyper carry style champion for Masu here. Since we are running Cassante, Alistar, and Vi, those aren't... Jhin is definitely not a hyper carry. Okay, well...
I mean, there's no true tank, but Leona is kind of a true tank. There's not a, you know, like, it's not an LPL team on the Rift right now. And we're still getting the gyros. It's just super cool.
Yeah, you can
are going to get off this dragon as teleport is going to bring Bwipo in. Junja actually just going to waste no time, flashes away, but Bwipo might be able to get on top of him. The ulti not going to work out because Bwipo ate the CC, and that is first blood over to Inspired here. FlyQuest on the board. As the turret plates fall, a 14-minute first blood is not exactly the earliest, but the fact that they get a second Drake is huge.
They could teleport Quad to go answer the top wave as well. If they don't want to drop the top wave, send the Taliyah over there.
There's the flash out. Curtain call comes on in as, Master's just going to be able to pick that one up because Bwipo is not scared. In FlyQuest's favor and those two dragons, man, like everything is coming up FlyQuest here in this game so far as Quad. Might be the first sign of it not quite working out. It's despite the flash, Honku still able to pick him up. The redemption comes down as well, as we do see picture-in-picture that it should still be this Rift Herald going down. So they will be able to collect.
This is a short story, though.
Yeah,
that's like a little picture book.
Yeah, this is the first. This is like baby's first book. You know, like it's not quite the fiendish codexes. Okay, Driver could be in a little bit of trouble here as Quad throws a whole bunch of rocks into his back. The seismic shove connects, and I think Quad wanted to let us know. Masu knows now that if the Corki goes anywhere near him, it could be problematic. But he hasn't bought in quite some time. As okay, Driver back in lane, maybe back in trouble again. As Bwipo, we're gonna try and take him down. There's the all out. See whether Driver can actually survive this one. Deadly Flourish will be avoided. There's the curtain call as Driver desperately trying to get out of here, but I don't think he's going to be able to do so. The last bullet doesn't connect, but Bwipo does have a Q. Manages to take that one down. Or whether they want to get themselves the dragon. FlyQuest moved their way in though, Inspired, biding his time to make sure he gets in at the opportune moment. Solar Flare goes entirely wide as Inspired gets his way in there. Junja having to flash his way out though. Seismic shove gone wide. Equalizer is down. Not doing too much though, as we can see. As the Drake already low as well. The exhaust comes on down. Bwipo gets into that backline. Kaiwing's in a little bit of trouble. And down goes the Xin Zhao. That's going to be the Drake going over FlyQuest. Pick up the soul point, but have they found the fight? Driver still wanting to try and burn them. As Honku gets on in there. There is Bwipo looking for the angle. Emperor's Divide though will be his shutdown. And it's Doggo that picks up the kill. Look at these health bars. Doggo desperately wanting another Valkyrie. But
into this early.
My God, Honku is doing so much damage to this objective. FlyQuest's going to have to make a decision. Teleport is going to come through from Bwipo as they get a nice knock up onto Kaiwing. He's thrown back with the shove. Equalizer goes down though, and Quad is just dead. An overextension, as we can see, is now Junja goes in. Busio, the next one to fall, paying for his mid laner's sins, as Doggo is of course flashing forward. It's Bwipo to go down one more time as he tries to all out his way to safety, but that is not going to stop CFO from taking this Baron and getting a big lead. Never mind though, it's Kaiwing that's going to go down first. Inspired collects that, but Emperor's Divide pulls him back, and they'll trade jungle for support after the end of that.
Uses flash in the last massacre that we just witnessed, and so it's a level 17 Azir with a big lead. Junja though?
Yeah, Junja is in a little bit of trouble, able to flash out of the way of the seismic shove, and there's not a whole lot of damage available to take him out when his ultimate's running. As now Busio likely to just die. Driver will be slowed down, but it's Quad that's dead again! Oh, it's a disaster for FlyQuest. It's into the backline, goes Inspired, but I just don't know whether that was a great idea, as Doggo is going to be able to take him down while he's trying to ult him into the sky. Live. But now the wraparound has happened. It's not only a rage clear, it might also be Driver going down, but he does spot him here. Inspired, not quite with the surprise play that he wanted, but it's the all-out to bring them underneath the turret. Junja is going to be the first one to go down, as Doggo is, of course, over the wall. Honku goes golden, as the Solar Flare is going to interrupt that curtain call. As, my God, how did Doggo...
You want to create some more chaos, and so they're going to continue to do it.
Yeah, Driver could be in a whole lot of trouble. The wall comes down. I don't think this Rumble is going to survive, and he doesn't think so either as he ults the wave.
It's not the best. Well, let's see about the teleport out. I say just keep on fighting.
Well, that's exactly what they're going to do, as Junja, once again, potentially in trouble, does now have Honku and Kaiwing in the area. As the knockback from Bwipo, there is another kidnap, like you said before, but it's going to be flashed this time. Blast Cone makes things problematic. Oh, the rocks go down. Honku, so much trouble, but still the damage is there because Doggo shows up. Massive amounts to come on through, but it's already 2 for FlyQuest. Doggo trying to survive against Bwipo. He flashes over the wall and picks up a double, but Fly still able to win the fight, and it should be the
it takes FlyQuest way too long to do the Baron, so they're not running into it.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall goes down. I mean, they left a control ward there, but the Equalizer is still going to do so much work as the Baron, they're still on it. The spikes are really hurting. Inspired, still lower and lower. And Doggo wanting that wraparound. Driver gets in there with the flamethrower, and there's Doggo. It is going to be the Baron secured by FlyQuest, but can they keep anyone else alive? The Empress Divide comes in. It's a double in the end. To get himself towards Bwipo, whose health bar is extraordinarily large. Driver looking for the flanking Busio, and Junju's going to catch him because he's walking up mid lane to get back to his team. He's holding the wave. It's the Marin strategy yet again, but I just don't know whether it's really.
Biggest difference, though, of course, extra full item on both CFO carries. So they have so much power here, but FlyQuest.
Oh, Bwipo going in. There's the wall as well. Quad, though, keeping himself relatively safe this time as Honkyu goes golden. Seismic shove is going to be avoided with the flash, but Bwipo picks him up, but he's not going to be able to withstand the Emperor's Divide. Into the backline goes Inspired. Busio's there. They need to kill Honkyu, and down he goes. Quad's getting flashed on, though, by Driver, who's looking to burn down Masu. Doggo's still alive as well, and the rest of CFO have dealt with the other onslaught on the other side of the fight. Down goes Inspired as Junja with full health. But these inhibs are still going to go down the flank angle there from Inspired. He still wants to look for it as they're under Nexus turrets now. Driver wanted to see what's going on. I believe spotted him just there. The first Nexus turret going to be lying on the floor. They need to pull the trigger if they want to stop CFO from taking this. But you can see they're playing so carefully as CFO not wanting to take any undue risks as Seismic Shove will be Sonya's. And there is the Emperor's Divide as well. Honkyu keeps himself alive. They're still desperately trying to get on top of him, but it does not work. The young player is able to say no to FlyQuest and will now be able to take down the Nexus. It took a little longer than we may have expected, but the Oysters strike first.
CFO finished the job.
Land, right? You get an unstoppable onslaught. Supreme display of talent. Tibbers, wave, everything comes in. It's Doggo's Draven. Okay. Oh no. If I'm Busio right here, I'm like, oh, Nami, Lucian is such a trying to stay alive here at Worlds 2025. CFO looking some terrain, but reset on the Grump. This might be a little bit over-enthusiastic here by Junja.
Yeah, I mean, for Smite Bites, Rock Q for Kiana is very good.
Dear. Here's the dive, 2v2, the flash forward from Doggo, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Masu, he flashes away. There's a stand aside, and there's also a kill in the mid lane. What the heck is going on? It's another one as Rest gets the feats of warfare, and CFO just won everywhere on the map.
They could do a roam from mid. Honkyu has Realm Warp. If they Realm Warp over, that could be 4 people diving FlyQuest, and they're going to do it.
Yep, the Realm Warp is going to come in. Junja looks to turn up. Honkyu, that's so much damage already. Why is this Ryze doing so much work? As Masu in so much trouble, the Pop Blossom is going to connect onto Busio. Another cash in, and it's a double for Doggo. 5-1 the kill score, and with 3 of those kills on this.
At the moment,
I think it's a garage sale or something like that. All right, there's another one here, but maybe they can kill Bwipo at the same time. He gets knocked up. Junja turns up as well. And now, Pillar is going to be put down, and the ulti comes on through for Rest. Tries to get himself out of the way. Junja was tanking the turret. Bwipo is pretty tanky, so they're not going to be able to kill him. Great Bubble is going to catch the Rek'Sai as he tries to flee, and this time, Busio has the way.
It feels like with this massive lead, and I do love that Doggo is showing, you know, the history here of this region, and then being so proud of Flash Wolves. Wait a second.
Yeah, the flash in from Inspired still gets the stun onto Honkyu, but the phase rush as he gets out of the way. Supreme display of talent is what he was looking for, but he fails to dodge it. And the shutdown.
Pushing with all lanes. They are not relenting.
Yeah, it's the power identification from this team that is pretty impressive. This, not so much, as the Supreme display of talent and just a cheeky Q. And it wasn't actually the dragon that they were looking for. It was the Otacon instead, down to 50% here as Junja puts his own pillar down as they want to take out Tibbers before this fight is going to break out. But I mean, there just aren't very many people here for CFO. It'd have to be a steal as now Rest looking for that angle, trying to find the knockups here as out he goes as Doggo just takes down Quad. They're all starting to explode, and now he presses W, runs forward. Masu trying to get out of there. The axe from downtown, and he gives the thumbs up as he looks to chase out Masu here. There it is, grabs the triple. The Rek'Sai And CFO just moved back towards this Baron. Cheeky little ward there is actually unseen, as now the Pillar is doing great work against Whippo once again. Good double knock up though, as he finds the ulti onto 2. That is going to be another Pop Blossom connecting though out of Kaiwing. He finds the double, as Whippo able to make his way up, but Doggo finds that last act. Supreme display of talent doesn't work at all, and Doggo keeps himself alive because, like you say, this guy's a tank on the Draven. Boostio's turned into Fish are going to do it after 10 years, making it to the top 8 here at Worlds 2025 after their extraordinary year so far. It only gets better for the Oysters.
Korea Killers.
Oh, there it comes.
And now they're
The
back.
dance.
Let's go.
I don't know. Is that
What
like a
is it?
champion dance? I'm not sure what that was.
Wait, I'm not sure. Are we inting it? Maybe we'll...
Maybe it's a death animation or something. I'm
Yeah,
not sure,
it's
but
for
that was fun.
FlyQuest.
Yeah, fair, fair.
Bring that Aurora.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he does go. We already have seen him play Ziggs once. It was into the Azir matchup, and he did play well on it. And now this time going to be.
And if you get Knight ahead, we saw how much work you can do on this Ziggs yesterday. Went 5-1 in their first game versus on day 1, losing to 100 Thieves, who put on a great performance, no doubts about it. But I think the expectation is
Kanavi.
that LPL #1 so he can do a little bit more as Jacula flashes forward, flag and drag onto Elk. No escape for the Yanara. We talked about a gank bot. And it's top E. Would be a slightly undermanned fight down towards the bottom side. Call of the Fort God being used. Good brittle procking here from Bin as 369 might have to invest his flash to get out of this one. Scrap shield down. 369 down to 200 HP. Bin just walking forward. Now 369 has the equalizer. Gets a bit of health from the level up as well and forces Bin away. Shadow's coming in from that tri-bush. Meanwhile, a Mega Inferno Bomb doesn't quite hit as 369 is able to dodge to the side of it. On the top side, On getting caught out by top Esports. Jackie Love gets the kill. Equalizer down towards bot to clear out the wave. Shadow trying to flank 369. Elk needs to run away. 369 flashes from Shadow's
Very
win.
powerful scaling options, some really strong team fights. So as long as they can stabilize, they should be okay.
Golden Fortress down again. Bin flashing forward for the second knockup. Well played by Bin. Gets the possibility of a dive, and BLG are on the board.
Yeah, clean little Ornn combo there from Bin, giving no ability for 369 to react. He pops the R and then flashes forward to redirect it even closer. Elk's going.
Elk looking for it. Elk of Judgment coming out. There's the heal as well. Jackie Love still has the flash in the barrier. We'll just use one of them. And TP coming in behind. Elk still has a flash. Double TP, as you say, invested on. One more will be enough for the concussive blows. Cataclysm out. Elk flashes away from the flag and drag. On locked up in the cage as he will be chased down. A double for top.
Great. 2 down to Bin, but still nice moves here from TES, who I definitely think want to stay aggressive and keep pushing this pace.
Satchel charge away. Hung going forward here on there in time with the Tangle Barbs. Glacial Fisher going out though, and Knight's already used the flash. Concussive blows for the stun, and top Esports
into a dragon here. TES in the area. Knight pushes out top, and now he's going to TP mid to try to cover there.
Jackie Love has flash. Crescent Guard coming out from Shadow. Jackie Love's going to have to flash, but Bin's on the flank, and they just have to abandon him. Jackie Love charged down by the Ornn. Unbreakable out from Hung. The call of the Fort God, a prayer to the heavens. But BLG, as they begin to turn it around. 2 more kills. Gold lead. Your solo laners are in okay spots, but you can't really push into the Ornn because he just survives any push that is happening. And you can't push into a Ziggs because he just puts that explosive minefield down as On flashes forward for the double Pop Blossom, and they lock up Jackie Love. Elk will get the kill. Hung's gonna fall second. BLG collapsing.
And On makes him pay. He has the flash, even able to give that kill over. Kanavi, though, he's not giving up.
369's here for the collapse. Mega Inferno Bomb coming down. Kanavi down to 500 HP. 369 looking for the Flame Spitter, but now On and Knight on their way, and there's a TP behind. 369 has to try and flash away from the explosive might Bin in the back line. 369 put in the trash. Cream having to flash away. Jackie Love with a culling, but that is doing nothing.
Nice map play here from BLG. Of course, Cream doing a good job trading what he can, but you do not win trades like this against Herald and Ziggs. The tower is going to die here as well. On's looking.
On Pop Blossom onto 2. 369 the target, and Bin calls in the gods. Hung the next target. Unbreakable no longer. BLG find another couple. Picks towards this top side. Bin the target yet to die this game. As top Esports begin to collapse. It's a 4v1, but Ornn is known to survive quite a long time in these. Culling down. Bin's just going to charge his way away. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Cream trying to defend against 4, but he's not doing it as well as Bin can. 1-for-1 exchange. A tier 2 in mid, though, with BLG seem to want to take that Barney. There's a flank from Shadow. He's all the way behind them here, Azale.
We'll see. Shadow's looking.
Oh, it's On, actually, who's got the flank. It's all the Zin on the minimap, and On's going to find a Pop Blossom here. Top Esports, they don't know what's coming. Pop Blossom onto 4! The Call of the Forge got a eulogy for TES! As a great collapse comes out from BLG, they continue to flash forward. Cream trying to survive, and he just can't do it. The TP behind. BLG don't want to leave a man standing. Knight makes them kneel. A double.
It feels like On just spawns in behind TES with a perfect flank ready to kick off. And here he comes again.
Looking for Kanavi, gets him right on the tip of it. Kanavi with a Cataclysm will be able to survive. Call of the Forge comes out. Bin flashes for it and claps him down. Top Esports now at a man at disadvantage. Jackie make it 2 down. BLG might just push in for the win here as Cream is being shouted in here. 10k gold, just the gold lead as Hung has to flash away just from Shadow. Mega Inferno bomb blocked with the Unbreakable Redemption down, not in time. Even with the Fountain trying to help him out, Hung cannot survive. Cream flashes out but it's knocked up with the Q3 from Shadow, and Equalizer down. It's not going to equalize this game at all. 369 gets a couple, but BLG get the base.
What a performance here from BLG, despite the early game heroics from Kanavi and Hong. They got so many early game kills, it just didn't even matter.
Huge performance from BLG coming back from that deficit, not giving Top Esports a moment to breathe, really after this.
Is it going to be, Enchanter trying to play for the 2v2. With Alistar there, it really does lower the priority on Rel, so instead they're going to go Poppy. So they're going to go more for the denial of the engage rather than having hard engage themselves. So now this composition from TES composition can stay relatively even for a long time. Then you start getting into these luxury items. Then you said if it went pear-shaped, but what shape was that?
Oh, that was, a perfect apple.
Apple?
Spheroid.
So apple is the positive fruit and pear is the negative.
Spheroid as Hung. Cease and desist onto Jackie Love. On jumps in, flashes forward for the double pulverize. Jackie Love stunned up with a trample. The keeper's verdict finds them all guilty. But really, unless we saw Hung use it earlier on in the lane as they were trying to push it up, as Bin's caught out, all out from 369. He just wins out the 1v1, no Dominus on Bin. On now caught out a little bit, but he's going to get the knockback onto Kanavi. Has to flash away as Bolt Breaker out. Will get the CC onto that Trundle. Knight trying to put the damage in from the side, and Emperor's Divide coming out again as Shadow tries to retreat. Takes Kanavi, jumps back in with a Bolt Breaker. Cream in the middle of them, and Knight still so healthy. The Blast knocks back 3 of BLG. Knight flashes the wall, and Cream is churned to butter. BLG fine 2.
What a nice fight there from BLG, staying around it. But it is TES coming out of that replay with 2 dragons now.
We have a bit of a swip swap from game 1 as Shadow looks for Cream. Cease and desist down. Knight looking for the damage with that 2-fold Hex. Weirding out, not enough. Shadow dies to the soldiers. Just not enough from Knight to get the kill, and Cream happily accepts one. Knight now needs to run away. TP out as he knows with the pillar down, there's no more CC that can interrupt that cast.
Himself, and then just gets knocked down by Cream. And now Kanavi topside. Bin could be in trouble again.
Bin might be caught out here as 369 looks for the Intofos, gets the knockback after the pillar, all out, pulls Bin back, Dominus popped, but Bin will be the one going pop as Top Esports find another 3 and so Top Esports towards this top lane, but with a TP coming in, Knight's looking for the re-engage, waiting onto Cream, gets the slow, gets the damage, Shadow goes between the uprights, can't hit 369 or Kanavi, Elk on the flank, spell shields, but now he's isolated, has to flash the wall, but with an exhaust, he's clubbed around the head by Kanavi. Top Esports
369 also has his flash, so that's a big playmaking ability. He could potentially get in onto Elk. They're first here to set up.
On, Steadfast Presence popped there by Hung. Pillar down as well. On, using the Unbreakable World Chain of Corruption. Gonna land onto Elk as well, and will lock him up on down. Elk unable to step up and help out his cow. Meanwhile, Bin's looking for the... They've got 2 prongs of the Trident, but Top Esports have all 5 players left alive. Shadow forced away. The Drake begun by Top Esports. Knight trying to get in there, but can't find an avenue to approach through the brick wall that is 369. Bin going forward for Jackie Love. Ruthless Predator flashed away, cease and desist onto that backline as well, but the collapse of Top Esports is massive. Between worlds goes Knight, and Top Esports still managing to survive through it. They turn it around, Kanavi and 369 just diving in. Bin will get 1 in response, but only 2.
TES, I think, are strong enough now with this super tanky Kasante. You can just threaten the dive. He can just take it up forever.
And that's exactly what they do. Elk has to flash away. Meanwhile, there's a TP behind them. Between worlds, cease and desist all onto Jackie Love. The follower coming out from On, and BLG are looking for the fight. Kanavi still very healthy. Hung almost going down. He's going to have to flash away. Shadow gets killed off. It's a 1-for-1 exchange.
Here is still up, means this Baron is up and available. If you can't dive them, force them to come to you, and that's exactly what TES are doing.
Bin doesn't have that ultimate. 369 looks for the Intofos. Hung's looking for that flank position. The Baron down to about half HP with his Predator stun onto 369. The disengage. Cream goes in. The Emperor Savant finds two, but not Elk. Kanavi's going to chase him out though. On trying to protect his AD carry, but he just can't get there in time. It's roast beef for Top Esports as they claim two. It's all done, but the Nexus falling, and Top will just take it slow. They're like, okay, we'll push through bot. We'll force you away. We don't have to take the fight. They're still going to look for On, but with Redemption coming out, Kanavi still trying to club him. We'll take him. Chain of Corruption down as well onto Shadow. Goes in with the Season Desist. Knight looking for the damage, but Kanavi's too healthy to do anything about it. And they're just methodical. They'll force you off. They'll take the finals. Went all 5. Top Esports and BLG looking to make it go all 3 here. One win between either of them and that quarterfinal spot for Top Esports. They just need to take down this Nexus. BLG trying to defend. Elk using that ricochet. On goes in with a double pulverize, but the tower's almost fallen. No Nexus towers left alive. Bin, Ruthless Predator won't find the stun. On forced away. BLG forced away. And Top Esports will force us to a game 3.
A beautiful bounce back here from TES. So many top fans. You have to know we're worried after that game 1. Would they just go down? Then, hey, you're going to be able to get this mid lane matchup. Bin, though, of course, does get his choice of the counter. Jax is his iconic pick. It is the matchup that I definitely think can outscale and eventually start to win out against that Mordekaiser.
Backline, Hero's Entrance on top of it, Counter-Strike on top of it, Quickness on top of it, Featherstorm as well if the Zio ever gets jumped on. Like, BLG's comp is stock standard. He's going to cut the wave. Cream wants to call in a bit of assistance, has Mom on the end of a telephone. Meanwhile, Knight moving across with that Hero's Entrance. Drake secured for base 1. Now Top Esports know they have a man advantage, a numbers advantage. Here's the Hero's Entrance. Supreme Desire talent flashed away by Elk, and Hung is hung out to dry underneath the tower. Good double taunt as well. They'll look for Kanavi next. He's down. Knight makes them kneel, but the turnaround from Cream is huge. On jumps in the Gleaming Quill. Elk will fall. Cream takes a tower shot. The Winds of War not enough to blow him over. Top Esports initiate.
I just kind of am shocked that TES fully committed to it.
Top Esports now with 5 players up towards this Grubs. Top Esports got one. Bin jumps in with the Counter-Strike, does get the stun onto Hong. On down to half HP, flash away from Bin. Death Grip onto base 1. They're going to be able to get a kill at the feet of Strength. Warfare, in fact, goes over to BLG. They're off for the Grub as well. In the end, a 2-for-1 exchange in the Grubs. Top Esports have lost a man, and Jackie Love has to Valk across the wall. It will be a 1-for-0 exchange in favor of BLG.
You didn't misspeak.
It's true, it's true. That Rocket Belt, a possibility. Kanavi, oh, good route, but base 1 going in with the Cyclone. There's the Hero's Entrance. Supreme Display of Talent and the flash used by Kanavi to get away. But Cream the next target. Cyclone secondary going to get the knockout. Oh. Winds of War not enough again. That's Smolder.
Take these fights they're not necessarily ready for, and they're going to see if second try works better here against Bin.
Yeah, no teleports to support Bin here. On does have the quickness, and he's on his way across. Kanavi caught out. There's the Counter-Strike, Solar Flare. On coming in, gets the quickness down, but Bin's already dead. Hung has to flash away. Meanwhile, underneath the tower, 369 is chasing on out, obliterates him. Jackie with the flash autos enough. It's 2-for-0 for TS.
Nicely done there by TES. This time they make it work, and not only do they kill Bin, they're going to deny a lot. I feel like when you look over, it's Hong and then no one for the engage. So if you're just fishing with that Leona ult, and you can just be able to have Cleanse on your Xayah plus that Gales.
The quickness follow-up. Supreme Display's hand coming out, but the Counter-Strike from Bin is enough to get 1. They'll look for Hung as the second. Knight teleports in. Hung falls 2 quick kills for BLG. The Rift held there for them. That will be feats.
Nicely done. Bin going to be looking for him, though.
Triforce. Cream does have the flash and has that flap. Counter-Strike out. Cream's going to get stunned. Grandmaster's might coming. Where you going, Cream? Back to your teammate. Mom there for a bit of a heal, but Bin slapping him as he gets the solo kill. 369 here to join Elk, trying to bolster the defenses of Bin as they get another Counter-Strike down. On dashing around. Bin knows he's going to die. He's in the Death Realm, and 369 will hit him across the face with a mace to even it out. One for one.
Problem. There's no TP, so no one can answer Bin.
On gets the flank onto Cream here. Elk looking for the damage. Death Grip not going to connect. Solar Flare down, lands the stun onto On, but Rakan not really the target that you want. He still has the quickness. Meanwhile, Top Esports continue to push in for the tier 1 on the bot side. Redemption being used. Supreme Display Talent does catch onto Elk, but he cleanses, and Featherstorm's away. The charm from On under the tower means absolute destruction for BLG. They find 2. They land a taunt on 369 as well. The tower still stands, but 369 tanks it up.
Towards this dragon, 369 is in the area. We'll see if they can contest. You really don't want to give up Soul Point here.
Yeah, you got to try and fight it, but Bin comes in with a Counter-Strike. Now 369 isolated Kanavi's going to try and jump across this wall, puts down the control wall for a little bit of vision, but on goes in with the Grand Entrance, looking for that knock-up, hits the Gleaming Quill. Kanavi jumps in, Kanavi gets it, steals it, pays for it with his life, but he delays the spin.
No one's here.
Teleport. He's going to TP up towards the top side, as is Knight. The other can down to 10,000 HP, but Top Esports going to back away from it for now, pull it up towards this top side. Cream standing on that front line. His hit 224, needs one more. Gets it with 225, now has that burn. The Archon down to 3,000 on, looking for the quickness, doesn't land it on anyone. Has to dive onto 369, the Hero's Entrance coming out as Kanavi secures the Archon. 369 standing in the middle of them all. Elk with a Feather Storm, trying to pull back with the Blade Caller. Base one almost down, 369 falls first, but Cream is flapping his way onto the backline, has to flash away. Bin dives forward with a flash of his own into the pit, but Top Esports are coming out on top. In the end though, Bin finds Cream, now it's all on Jackie. The bot lane's the only ones alive.
Positioning to try to maybe catch Cream as he does walk down.
I like it because you also have Base One coming in from the top side here. There's the TP, they go into Cream. Cyclone down, Bin can't get in range for the counter-strike. Cream's gonna flap his way across the wall. Supreme display of talent, doesn't find anyone. Mom's gonna heal him up now as Elk feeds his Cream up towards the top side. 369 on Base One in the Death Realm. Will get him. Elk's gonna get one for one exchange so far as Bin dives onto the backline. Hung trying to retreat from Knight, but 369's there to help him out. Knight's gonna flash into the pit. Kanavi caught out by Bin and on no range for them, but the counter-strike just short. Kanavi, can he escape? Knight has that flank. His team has given up the ghost on him. He tries to dive onto Elk, but for it. And you have to give credit for Top Esports for not allowing that.
They're surrounding him.
Looking for it now. On's going to get caught up towards the top side, dashes away, has that Gleaming Quill, TP in, as well as Bin goes in for the counter strike. He lands it onto Kanavi. Supreme Decided Talent's going to get him stunned. The Cyclone for Base One. Jackie Lurt's already killed off on. And Top Esports just immediately turn it around. Base One trying to swing around with a Cyclone, but it's a Tempest for BLG. Now 2 for 2. Elk on the back foot. Knight gets caught in the Justice Punch. Elk flashes, finds the root, finds the Feather Storm. Jackie answers. Jackie flashes in. Jackie Love for Top Esports.
This here too. They're going to crack the inhibitor towers here. You can see assist pings are deep. They're going to try to look for a TP play here. Bin's trying to find an angle.
Notice Hung doesn't have the TP, the flash. Counter-strike out, Bin gets exhausted immediately. Knight looks for that flank. Bin with a stopwatch on going in. Grand Entrance. Meanwhile, on the top side, 369 the target for Elk. Hung's already down. Bin looking for a re-engage. Dives in onto Jackie Love. That's 2. Bin's doing it. Knight flashes away, but Kanavi dives in. On with a battle dance. The counter-strike from Bin will get 1. 369 down. It's a triple for Bin. He's looking for more. Make it 4 for BLG.
With this many threats, but look at BLG. Threatening a potential flank. If TS move up here, they might just go.
The strike, they dive in immediately. Hero's Entrance coming out as well. Kanavi able to flash away with the supreme display of talent. 369 on that front line, catches out Base One. He's putting the Cyclone. Jackie Love trying to Gatling gun through Base One, and he'll find him. Bin jumps back in on there with the quickness. He gets 2 with the Grand Entrance. Hung trying to escape. The dive in from Bin again as he chases them down. Counter strike out, only finds the Leona stunned up, and he's going to dive further forward. McHale's, Sonya's, can Bin jump out? He dives back in somehow. The counter strike enough to keep him alive through the orders, and the Gatling gun. Knight's going to retreat. Top Esports stepping back, and once again, Base One is looking for that flank position. The Cloud Drake begun by Top Esports. Base One looks for the Cyclone. It's a category 5, but he's knocked into the wall. The Drake secured Soul. But Top Esports, they begin to retreat. Mom comes down. Cream finds 1. Base One going out, and Elk has been slain. It's hunting season for Cream. He finds 2. Jackie adds another. Top Esports find the fight. And now Top by name, Top by nature. In the battle of the LPL, TES rises victorious and makes it to quarters.
What a battle. To me, that's the best game of Worlds thus far.
That was so fun.
Such an incredibly back and forth
setup, and the way that your team fights want to play are fairly easy front to back, but Owner maybe feeling himself here today.
Confidence. Kiana going to be picked up here. Obviously, can be fantastic engage CC or follow-up CC, but Vamos Koi. Sometimes it could make all the difference.
And it all goes good for me.
Yeah. Okay, I feel you. We'll now go for an invade. We'll see how this one works out. Pretty difficult for him to threaten Owner, but can just go for a steal here. Goes over, never mind, he's waiting over the wall. Observer's highlighting it beautifully, Owner. Likely gonna have to flash here. Lock was there, might not get the chance. Doesn't even try to get over the big wall. MKOI with first blood. Paying off, of course, for now. T1 have an advantage of their own, and JoJo's pretty far up. Waterblade ready to go for Owner. Jojo Pin continuing to step into Faker, but he just does not have any health. Phase rush, he's going to get him out for an extra second, but Owner just finishes the kill off effortlessly.
The individual laning phases, small wins for
Faker
T1.
going in, immediate knockup, it's not going to stop the pushback from the Emperor's Divide. Jojo Pin running, but Owner happy to grab another carry on the way as well. Instead, going to turn his attention. Really deny a lot of that effective sustain as TP coming in on the bottom side. Mirwen locking up Gumayushi, immediately taking him into the death realm, but he just quickly walks back, uses the power of the ultimate, and the 1v1, the Q flash forward. Gumayushi may have overstayed as well. He's about to get taken out. Mirwen knows he has that one in the bag. Carrier now running out to safety. Extra movement speed coming in. That's the power of the spellbook Ghost. T1 caught a bit of sleep at the wheel. Risky proposition for Guma. Might have been a bit of a caster curse, honestly. Hyped him up just for him to get 1v1'd.
But he's not used to running TP, you know, so not exactly in the best of spots to scare you.
Now sprinting out. Flashing as well. Finally going to use the Unbreakable. This man is determined to live. Has a taxied off of Elyoya, but no one else is coming. They're going to use the Shockwave as well. Carrier will eventually fall. Surely Carrier will... Okay, Carrier has fallen. All is okay. Instead, unfortunately, a bit of a flub from the bot lane of T1. Mirwen looking to rinse and repeat here. Pullback does connect onto Guma. Do they want to keep the dive going? They don't even need to go that deep. Just obliterates him. Carrier going to get taken out. Well, they know he has no Unbreakable will. MKOI grab another 2 in the mid. Try to deny some CS, try to get some plates, so MKOI recognize they're down a man. They don't want to commit the TP. Immediate exhaust on the carry. A 2-man knockup with the pulverize. Good damage. Down, forced to use the Unbreakable will, but he's so low. Supa pushes for a bit more, and it's the big one to get it done. Redemption coming in the mid lane. It's going to heal up the minion as well. Keep the push onto this tower going, and Elyoya wants Guma. MKOI are bloodthirsty and fearless.
Hasn't shown on any of the wards, so I think that's what MKOI spotted going, hang on, where is this Kiana? She has to be on the bottom side, but Jojo
finding out firsthand exactly where Carry is. Lockdown coming in. Q-Flash goes in forward for Dorn. Pushback coming through on the Pathmaker. Pulls him out of the Redemption. Knocks him down. Access to the Redemption, but instead is just going to opt to reset. Herald used in the bottom lane as Owner finds Supa. Face first, pushes him back to the wall. Immediately CC'd. Flash forward with the Shockwave. Excellent teamwork, but Owner's still going to be able to find his way out. Now Guma's moving in. Ulti is going to connect, but it's Elyoya who body blocks. Elyoya with the Crescent Guard, but the snipe from Guma. Dead center right between the eyes to find the double as MKOI are now on their retreat.
Ever so slightly ahead now. MKOI tries to brute force their way in through the mid lane. Faker is separated.
Hot. Charm is there. Lock up on Owner, but he goes invisible for a brief moment. Now he's pulled him to the death realm up against Mirwen. Ulti is really going to do nothing, but Owner's still able to retreat forward now. Alvaro taken down. Owner coming over the wall, going to pop out in a brief moment. Wants to get the grass blade, doesn't have time. That's the shutdown, but it should be Supa uncontested. Instead, it's Carrier coming in with the pulverize, and now it's Elyoya versus the world. He goes into the Faker, but there's too many people. There's not enough sky to sunder. There's nothing left to guard. Jojo wants to make the difference, but Guma grabs a 3-man Shockwave. He just doesn't have the damage yet. He doesn't have the items. Jojo Pune keeps him low, but Doran wants to keep going. Q3 ready to pop. Pull through on the all-out. Looking for the Pathmaker to confirm. Tries to predict Jojo, and it just doesn't work. Doran looks like he's about to fall. Nice sidestep on Guma's Q, but Doran just barely able to walk away.
It's the Canadian mid laner trying his best, but it's Faker who's better and snipes him out. Completely isolated now. Alvaro is in the same boat.
Alvaro caught, will just get taken out there. Important to highlight in the fight. Doran perfectly
Kiana. Have you never listened to her voice lines? She is very pumped.
Yeah. Pumped up. Guma potentially caught out. Alvaro not able to hit the charm. Only connects on the carrier. Redemption going in. Q flash from Mirwen. Redemption response from T1. This is a bit of an awkward start. Mirwen losing a ton of health. Pulls Carrier into the death realm. And now it's Doran into the backside. 4 members strong from MKOI. Slowly working through the health bars, but down goes Mirwen. Doran only losing about 60% HP. No, it's not. Supa losing about 20% HP just for walking in. TP in for Doran, solo zoning Supa, gonna ult him back through the wall. It's gonna take all of MKOI to turn. Doran now trying to retreat back into the waiting arms of his team. In the meantime, the Baron has been taken out.
TP back out onto the map on both top and bot, but or top and mid, but is this something?
TP. Faker feels good because he has a death cap, and oh god, he wants to use it! Redemption going in! That looks completely likely the end here. MKOI some good looks in that mid game, some good picks. Some good angles on the T1's bottom line as Alvaro gets things kicked off on the Faker. Nice initial bit of damage, but he comes out relatively unscathed. A lot of cooldowns missing. Redemption to get the health bars back up. Alvaro needs to backstep. Big damage. Doran going on stop for a moment. Q3 pulls him back through. Elyoya in the midst of everything, but Doran getting lower. The tower not quite enough. Supreme delay. Talent coming in. Owner still standing for an extra second. I think they've overstayed a bit, but it just doesn't matter because they're not hitting Faker, and he's got more than enough damage to finish the job. The super minions are here too. It is long, it is drawn out, it is only getting more difficult, but Doran remains standing, T1 remains standing. They've only lost Carrier. The Nexus exposed.
The defender's advantage is not really looking like an advantage.
Finally gonna end the game, Rob. They took their sweet time. They wanted a couple extra kills. The icing on top of this game one cake. Faker looking for another, the double to finish it. T1 coming in hot in this first game.
They didn't want to just beat.
Hyper carry. Cassio obviously can do a ton of damage, but doesn't have the range safety of something like a Jinx or even, honestly, the Azir that we saw last game. So what will the final option be here? It's Vayne. Okay.
Okay.
And you know, I honestly, you have to respect it. MKOI, if they go out here, they're going out on their terms, and their terms are momentum there. Oh, it's the knife grab. Owner ready to fight. Jojo ready to fight.
If they can start getting some of those auto attacks down.
Supa's recognized that fist fighting is the solution. Who's gonna get it? That's the third stack. Knockback on Aguma. Flash forward, auto in the 1v1. Supa comes in. And again, that's part of the reason why we've seen this matchup before. In the 5v5, Sivir can be a powerhouse, but in the 1v1, Vayne so strong here early on. MKOI now looking to keep that advantage going, but it looks like T1 may have caught them out. Double knockup coming in for Doran. Owner now on the chase. Elyoya needs to get the hell out. Mirwan not doing much to interrupt. Double flashes. Elyoya trying to get fancy with the footwork, but it's not nearly enough. Concussive blows continuing to stack, but Mirwan now needs to leave as well. Flash over the wall to safety, but Carry immediately falls with the Zenith Blade. Now it's Alvaro knocked up. The solo on the top side immediately counteracted by T1 in the bottom lane. Tricky with the tunnels there. Luckily does not take a tower shot, but now it's Owner coming in behind. Mirwan, of course, has the ulti available. Public execution back into Owner, trying to get tricky with it. Bit of a sidestep there. The Sundering Strike ready to come through, but he just has no time to press the button. Two spins coming in, but Mirwan! He gets a kill back onto Doran! A catastrophic miscalculation!
That's the second time it's backfired.
Supa, caught out briefly, cleanses, goes invisible with the final hour, but he's hitting the wrong target. Guma immediately using on the hunt. Supa now debating if he can chase, but that's the heal coming up for Carry. It takes over to level 6 just in time, and there's no cleanse this time around! Alvaro comes in to try to body block. Flash over from Supa into the bush. Guma not afraid to flash forward, but now he's face first to Elyoya. Concussive blow stacking. 3. Alvaro desperate for the 4th, but it's Faker coming in from behind. Jojo also on the way, but he's just too far away. Alvaro locked up. The hubris of Supa once again punished.
It feels like
Supa's still not able to complete that Blade of the Rune King. Carry now ghosting it, looking for the lockup onto Supa. Supa no cleanse available, going invisible courtesy of the final hour. Now wants to get the hell out, but there's Owner to start spinning. Supa taken down. Owner on a killing spree.
It's everyone on T1 focusing on Supa, making sure this Vayne cannot get ahead. The ghost from Keria puts him into the perfect position, and even if he doesn't get some of the stuns, just buys the time to Keria.
Just be careful, pillar down, forced to flash. Smite for a bit of extra slow. Ulti already down as well from Elyoya. That's one tanky trundle. Carrier going to fall. Elyoya still a powerhouse. Owner getting locked up. 2 stacks of the concussive blow, and he uses the clone to escape.
Available in this game, but MKOI is going to be happy to take away some of these plates on the top end of the map. In return, T1 going to be getting that dragon, so looking for these trades, but again, T1 kind of playing around. Oh, hang on.
Doran. Potentially a little bit overconfident. Slowed up. He's just going to get taken out. I think thought that he could get a bit more. The rest of the team is on the way. Faker is... Nope, he's...
The Rek'Sai license.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it top 8, but did you get the Rek'Sai license? I'm not so convinced. It's Faker doing a good job of trading here. Nice sidestep on the Noxious Blast. Jojo needs to get out. Hasn't hit the Noxious Blast, so doesn't really have the movement speed. Conqueror procs. Faker happy with just the flash. Elyoya moving in. The pillar's going to be big here. Nice initial lockup on Supa as he tries to step back. Alvaro doesn't have the Unbreakable quite yet, and they're starting the retreat. Owner getting good chip damage down to Elyoya. The flash still keeping Elyoya alive. Keep your eyes on that Realm Morph. Hand delivered, but he's already been stunned. Owner locked in for a moment. Wants to turn on to Elyoya. Tries to finish off Supa, but down he goes. Doran arriving just in the nick of time. This is a double knockup. Guma goes over the wall, and he's looking to clean up house. Mirwan's still standing, but he doesn't have the ultimate because of the play earlier. T1 firing back.
That ultimate is so close to getting off the cooldown. I think Mirwan wants to fish for Faker, but it's a bait as Doran finds him in the bush. They're going to continue to push forward.
4 seconds on the public execution. Guma, does he have access to the spell shield? Jojo and Mirwan.
Riptail put down immediately. The cavalry from MKOI is here, but T1 are here en masse. And this tower will fall with little MKOI can do.
Mirwan's starting to kick a fight off, though. Ulti forced out from Owner. That's Redemption coming forward. He's going to mount up back into the Herald, looking for the triple knockup. Starting to drive through the entire team. Alvaro in the back line. Owner's just hitting everybody. MKOI.
Blade not giving that Supa means he's just starting to drift further behind. And Gwinsu's Rage Blade is a big item spike, but we don't get there.
Exhaust onto Elyoya, locked up. All the CC leverage. Alvaro looking for the disengages. Doran's off to the side. Has been caught by the Condemned. Guma flashing backwards. Already used the spell shield. It's Mirwan in the midst of the entire team. Fall with the Petrifying Gaze. Supa still untouched for now. Slowly they're chipping through the health bars, and Doran's about to fall. That's the Silver Bolt's procking. Blinking health bars across all of MKOI as they start to retreat. Guma, Faker, still alive. The Realm Warp available. T1, do they want to chase?
Public execution of Mirwin, he's going!
We're going to go back on Guma. Guma with a perfect spell shield, looking for the follow-up as well. Still standing for a moment, but Elio goes right in, looking to chop a bite out of Guma. Supa gets the kill, but Faker untouched for now. Again, MKOI playing on the edge. Owner about to be hand-delivered. Elio looking for the angle with the pillar. Extra movement speed for Jojo, he's not going to be able to escape. They turn back onto Owner. MKOI still standing.
Faker!
They fail here, they'll only be even further behind. They're betting it all on this play. That's the solar flare, but no immediate follow-up. Lock up onto Jojo Pune is good. Doran going in as well. Jojo Pune flashing forward. They're looking to take out Guma in the midst of the entire fight, but another knockup coming in just in time to keep Guma standing. Mirwin taking him down and moving back out of the fight in the midst. It's the Owner taken out as well. T1 ready to come in with the Realm Warp, ready to turn it back. MKOI though, still 3 members strong. Doran debating where does he go? What is the angle for this fight?
Supa's lost the ultimate though. He's now way more vulnerable in this fight, and Doran wants to go for it. No flash available for him though.
Elio and Alvaro need to protect Supa. So much damage could come out of this vein, but if a single piece of CC connects, there's likely little they can do to stop any further damage. Heal comes in from Alvaro. Objective getting lower. Knockup coming in from Doran. That's Alvaro taking out of the equation, and Faker's now on the hunt looking to zone Supa out as well. Elio needs to take away the dragon, needs to deny the soul, and he will do so. Still standing for a damn long time, but not enough to turn the fight. Faker, Doran, Carrier, too strong. MKOI might get the objective, but to contest. T1 taking the Baron at 29 minutes. Gonna have to see what they can do with the Red Bull Baron power play, because there's no response from MKOI.
And Dracos, he talks about the short range already on T1. Having this is a huge book.
Public execution, it looks like they want to get some exit kills in the meantime. Locking up Owner, looking to take him down. Faker and Guma Yushi on the way in, but the redemption already used. No other summoner spells. And on the hunt, available. MKOI overcommit here. Oh, you'll walk face first into Guma. Lockup is there. Ulti connects from Alvaro. Nice petrifying gaze to kick things off, and down they go. MKOI with one more fast play. One more pick, but this time they want the full fight. It's Doran splitting off. In the meantime, MKOI immediately turned back. That's to get them right back into the wall. Lockup for the concussive blows, but the tunnel's keeping Doran standing. All of T1 immediately retreat. They want nothing to do with this. Doran will be sacrificed. T1 punished. Flash off on the side, isolated as well, taunting, threatening. Trying to distract the members of MKOI. Flash forward from Jojo, completely whiffs. Owner immediately turns right back. Alvaro tries to find the disengage. Lockup onto Guma does not come through. Mirwin cannot find the angle. Supa still standing for now. Knock back into the wall is good, but Owner wants to take down the bait. He doesn't quite have the damage. Supa still standing, but the rest of MKOI are starting to fall. He splits back into Mirwin. Tumble back into the back line. Knock up from Doran. One more ferocious bite, but the Gadem says not today. Supa standing, but here comes Faker.
Faker finishes off Supa and holds the game for T1 in his hands. It looked at the Baron.
That control ward in the pit, though, MKOI didn't take it away, so it means T1 know that they have the time to play slow, to ease into this. Faker flashing forward, trying to get more out of Jojo Pune. Jojo Pune taking his time. The petrifying gaze only going to connect onto Owner. Immediate exhaust to follow up. Doran looking for the knockup as well. And just now, Supa's finally able to join the fight. The Realm Warp going to bring only a few minions in, but that's a clutch pick for T1.
MKOI separated.
As they already. Oh, yeah, isolated. 5 members grouped for MKOI.
Super minions in the bases. MKOI start the Elder. They need to find this fight now and quickly.
TP there for Doran, and he's immediately going to use it to go to the base. He wants to threaten the back door. MKOI don't have great tools to respond to this. T1 just need to keep the pressure on, and Doran will end the game. Owner with the knockup to keep things going. Carrier there as well. Rise with the Realm Warp. It's Faker and Guma alongside Doran to try to end it all. Mirwin doing his best to hold the line. TP coming in for Jojo Pune. They're not going to be able to cancel it. Mirwin, Jojo Pune, they need to make this work. They don't have the angle. Guma with a perfect spell shield is still going to remain standing. T1 move on to the top 8 at Worlds 2025. MKOI are sent packing.
Everything was taken from them in a moment. MKOI looked like they might have been able to hold on, but T1 continued to stride forward towards